welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk about the future of keeping the lights on and how to do so without losing your mind. We've been through the trenches here at Salesforce, so today we're really excited to share with you 3 lessons that we learned building the next generation of IT ops agents at Salesforce. And doing so, not just automation, but building an agent that truly thinks like an engineer. A little bit of housekeeping, friendly reminder to please make all your purchase decisions based on what's currently on the market. But before we get started, I want to just take a moment and say thank you. Thank you to our customers, our partners, and all of you for being here with us this morning. You're what drive us to do what we do every single day, and we're very grateful that you're here. So quick round of introductions. My name's James Morris. I'm a product manager here at Salesforce, focused on AI ops. I'm joined here by my colleague Doyen, a senior director on our AI research team. We represent 2 sides of the same coin: how to enable AI models to achieve better outcomes. We're all in this together. We're on this journey to transform into an agentic enterprise, to move faster, to dive deeper, and to emerge stronger. And you'll notice that a common denominator across all of these 3 different buckets is scale, and you'll need to design for that accordingly. Every IT architect knows this iceberg. On the surface, the expectations are 4 nines of availability, but the reality underneath is a lot more complicated. Lots of data sources, all interconnected and constantly changing. Customer trust is at the very top, and it's our job to design an agentic enterprise that doesn't break. Agentic enterprises need agentic systems. As you scale quickly, as you move fast, you need an AI partner there with you every single step of the way to handle that scale along your side. And luckily, we built one. So AI Ops Agent is a fully autonomous, proactive incident mitigation agent that manages our entire incident lifecycle end to end. So it reasons over our entire production context using proactive detection to find emergent anomalies, detailed cause identification, why exactly those anomalies occurred, and then lastly, automatically resolving those before someone ever even knows about them. So you can imagine there's an SRE, typically you'd wake up in the middle of the night, 3 a.m., get a page, but now he's waking up in the morning and seeing what AI Ops Agent has actually done for him overnight. So AI Ops as a concept is broken up into basically 4 steps we're going to be diving deeply into in this presentation today. Number 1 is observability. So unifying all of your production telemetry, then anomaly detection, reasoning over that production telemetry, and understanding when and where things are going wrong. Root cause analysis, understanding why those anomalies are occurring in the first place. And then lastly, auto remediation, deterministically being able to resolve and act in a risky environment like production. So now how do you go ahead and build your own IT Ops agent? Well, we're going to walk through the process together today, end to end, and then we're also going to share some learnings about what came out of it as well. So step 1, creating your unified data foundation. Your agent isn't going to perform that well if it's blind to half of your stack. So the first step is taking all of your production telemetry and unifying it together in a single stream. So whether that's metrics, logs, traces, code, deployments, bring it all together so that your agent is first able to see what it has in front of it. Then step 2, being able to sift through these signals and understand where things are going wrong. But not just taking your telemetry and throwing it at an LLM and expecting it to really reason across all these different telemetry sources and understand where emergent anomalies are occurring. We'll dive into this a little further in a slide later on in the presentation, but what we did is we used specialized LLMs that are grounded specifically on time series data so that it's able to reason through it better. And what's the outcome? Using dynamic thresholds, you're able to achieve zero noise alerts that actually matter and aren't just noise. Then we have root cause analysis. So don't just throw all your data at an LLM. The next step is compressing your context. So being able to take all that context and compress it into something that the LLM is truly able to better understand. And one architecture that we used was a manager agent architecture, where we have specialized AIOps agents using specialized tools that are funneling up these signals to an orchestrator agent that has maximum clarity, so we're not just operating in silos. But lastly, and this is very important, be deterministic. You can't trust an LLM to just guess when it comes to running a production operation or fixing a production database. What we did is we wrapped our operations within a dynamic script that is repeatable, it's safe, it's deterministic, and we even monitor the successful execution history of it. So if there's an operation that we've only run 1 or 2 times, it hasn't been proven out yet, we don't know what's going to happen, those are still semi-automated, but anything that's proven, we fully automated to the point where it's actually proven and trustworthy inside of a production environment. So now, Doyen, I'll hand it over to you. Would love to learn a little bit more of some of these AI innovations that back each of these pillars and some things that we learned.
Thank you, James. It was exciting to see the AIOps agent in action, from detecting, diagnosing, and even remediating incidents. The problems faced by the AIOps agent, and in general many problems across Salesforce, have inspired a wave of innovation from Salesforce AI research through the last decade. From paving the way for prompt engineering through Deca NLP, to building our own state-of-the-art LLMs like CodeGen. From transforming the world of multimodal AI with Blip, to introducing the Atlas reasoning engine. Salesforce AI research has been leading the way in innovation through every major AI wave: predictive, generative, agentic, and now enterprise general intelligence. Let's see how some of these innovations are helping empower the AIOps agent. In order to do its job, the AIOps agent must deeply understand its system of context. And in this case, the system of context is largely machine-generated data, such as large-scale time series telemetry metrics or huge volumes of logs. Can LLMs understand this type of data? If we throw thousands of numbers of a time series at an LLM, it'll get confused and won't know how to process it. If we throw millions of log lines at an LLM, not only will it get very expensive, it'll struggle to uncover any useful insights. So let's see how we overcome some of these challenges. First up is the Morai agent, a personal time series scientist developed by Salesforce AI Research, which represents a major leap in time series AI innovation. Morai agent can take in as input the numerical time series, business context in natural language, and even the image of the time series, and perform a variety of tasks. Underneath, the agent is powered by some of our in-house foundation models, a few of which we've even open sourced, and they have been downloaded a staggering 25 million times. Moreover, Morai agent is on top of several time series leaderboards globally. So how does Morai agent help the AIOps agent? First up is forecasting. If we look at the industry standard solutions for forecasting, we'll see that majority of the algorithms were invented decades ago. And a lot has changed in the last 2 years with the advent of foundation models for forecasting. And Salesforce has been pioneering this change among a few other leaders, which introduced what we call the ChatGPT moment for time series. Essentially, we trained a model on millions of time series data, and then it could produce forecasts on any time series from any domain on any frequency. And it could do so zero shot, which means no training required. And with better accuracy in forecasting comes better capacity planning. And the AIOps agent predicts the future demand for our services and appropriately provisions for this demand. And at the same time, helps us optimize our infrastructure cost. Morai agent goes a step further with contextual forecasting. So the AI Ops agent can now feed in additional business context, such as holidays, migration plans, and even anomalies in the data. It can even feed in additional scenarios with the intent of scenario planning. And Morai agent combines all this information in natural language seamlessly with the numerical dynamics to produce more informed forecasts. Morai agent can also do reasoning over multiple time series metrics. And the AI Ops agent uses this capability to reason over multiple telemetry metrics, identify patterns and correlations, and give recommended actions. Lastly, a major value add is anomaly detection. If we look at anomaly detection for time series, it's a very hard task because anomalies are always business context dependent. In some cases, such as latency, you might be interested in a spike. In some other cases, such as demand, you might be interested in looking for a dip. And so, no single model or algorithm can universally solve every time series anomaly detection use case. With Morai agent, you just have to give in the business description and it designs its own algorithm. And what we have seen is that in seconds, it comes up with an algorithm that is better than what a trained time series scientist would come up with. And the AI Ops agent uses these capabilities to do incident detection at scale. Okay, so we dealt with time series, now on to logs. We talked about how we can't just throw all millions of log lines at an LLM. So instead, we first parse the logs through Log AI, a library developed in-house at Salesforce AI Research and partially open sourced, to parse these logs into templates. This is followed by clustering using LLMs, which can then be used to detect error spikes. And then we link these error spikes to investigations or work items. What this workflow achieves is it helps us proactively detect issues before they impact our customers. It also gives us granular information, so we know a possible root cause of the issue very early. And lastly, it also helps us assess the blast radius very effectively, so we know which services or customers might be at risk, and this helps us prioritize our actions. On the whole, this helps us solve the needle in the haystack problem of analyzing logs, and it does so very cheaply. Analyzing 5 million log lines costs us just 20 cents. This is also very scalable because we can just add new log lines into the existing cluster templates and incrementally grow these clusters. And most importantly, these results are very easy to consume, debug, and control the behavior of the agent. Next up, I want to talk about context bloat issues that we see that agents face. Last Dreamforce, we introduced MCP Universe, which was a benchmark that showed that even the frontier LLMs struggle to solve several enterprise tasks. And a key contributor for this was poorly implemented MCP tools. When an MCP tool dumps 10,000 tokens irrelevant for your task into your chat, it not only clutters your conversation, it burns your budget, eats into your context window, and distracts even the most capable LLMs. To address these issues, we introduced MCP Plus. MCP Plus is a server-agnostic, agent-agnostic, and task-agnostic post-processing layer that wraps around your MCP client as a protective filter without requiring any changes to your existing agent's logic. MCP Plus offloads the analyze the tool out task to a cheaper LLM and preserves your premium LLM's context for tasks that actually matter. In fact, we have an internal AIOps benchmark, which comprises tasks much harder than what the AIOps agent would face in real life, because we really want to test the boundaries of this agent. And without MCP Plus, the agent could achieve only 14% accuracy on this benchmark. With MCP Plus, the accuracy shot up to 56%. And at the same time, the token cost reduced by up to 75% in many cases. And so, James, are these innovations helping you achieve the desired outcome?
They absolutely are. And today, nearly 91% of incidents here at Salesforce have been detected with AIOps agent, 87% autonomously resolved, and it's saving our engineering teams nearly 9,000 hours every single week. So it's definitely been a success. Now, if you're going to take away 3 things from the session, let it be these. Number 1, compress your context. Don't throw everything at an LLM and expect it to be cheap, expect it to be efficient. Make sure you use MCP Plus and Log AI to save money and to eliminate that context bloat. Number 2, be deterministic. Use AgentScript to build trusted deterministic workflows. Don't just allow an agent to do things in production unattended. And lastly, specialize your models. If you're going to be taking time series data and need to reason through a lot of those, typical LLMs aren't designed to do just that. So use Mirai for reasoning over complex time series data as well as forecasting. Now, if you want to learn a little bit more about AIOps and AI research, please scan this QR code. This will take you to Mirai's Hugging Face link where you can try it yourself and download it. Check out some of our other sessions as well. We have one a little bit later today where our AI research team will be showing what they've been cooking up on the roadmap, so definitely attend that. We also have a session on optimizing mobile and Lightning with Scale Center Insights. AIOps doesn't just help mitigate incidents at Salesforce, it also underlies a lot of other products as well, such as our Scale products to help customers monitor their org performance. So definitely give those 2 sessions a look. We'd also love for you to espresso your thoughts. We're actually giving 700 lucky Trailblazers a $10 Starbucks gift card to provide feedback on this event. We really value your feedback. We take that into every single subsequent session that we do. So please give your feedback. If you give us the grounds for improvement, we'll provide the beans, guaranteed. And we'll also be sending a summary of the session with you soon, so you can take us with you on the go, offline. Otherwise, thank you so much again for attending our session. Enjoy the remainder of your TDX. Thank you.